Achana.
S for Sonia. And we're sitting in this wonderful Trans Am from
Smokey and the Bandit. You ready?
I'm ready.
You want to see some fast cars? Speaking of fast cars,
Achana, what gets faster than a Lamborghini? Look at this, from Cannonball Run.
And guess where we are? Should we tell them?
Yes, we're at Rusty's TV and Movie Car Museum in Jackson, Tennessee.
We're excited. Come on.
I got my first car when I was 14, still have it, and just get one, get another one, you just keep going. And then in the 80s, you know, everything had a car in it in the show, so that played a big part of, I got a General Lee when I was like early 18, 20, something like that, and then that's just, I guess that was the start of it, but those shows in the 80s is the biggest influence on what probably started the museum. 10 years, it's been open 10 years. And one thing is that none of this, I always want to say this because none of it would be possible without my parents to support me from early to now, you know, still. Dad, he liked old cars, but it was more of a, you know, like when we got going, I was always, he loved to work on, he done plumbing and all that stuff, and you know, I would find something and he'd see me fix it up, and back then I sold a bunch of stuff I should have never sold. I'd fix it and sell it, you know, and he said, he'd see me make some money off something. He goes, well, I'll tell you what, you find it, I'll buy it, you fix it, and we'll sell it, you know, because I was just little knick-knack stuff. So got to doing that, and then he said, well, we'll just keep this one, you know, we'll keep this one. And that's how a lot of the old stuff, there got a lot of older stuff at the house, you know, and that's how a lot of that come about. We'll just hold on to this one, you know. It's a, you know, like a universal thing. People love cars, you know, from the smallest kid that can hold a Hot Wheel to the guy thinking about something he drove when he was in high school or a TV show, you know, so it connects a lot of people together, either the movies or the cars, you know, or the TV shows. When you come to visit, you'll see about 50 cars. A lot of them are the original cars from the show. You know, there's something for everybody. There's something from the 60s, 70s, 80s. That a lot of people think it takes them back to their younger days, childhood, but there's a lot of new stuff too in here. And props, got movie props, but there's something from motorcycles to cars, trucks, and then stuff that don't even exist in real life. You know, there's a little bit of everything. Yeah, the Mystery Machine, it's I try to make it like the cartoon version. Everybody, when I think of Scooby-Doo, I think of this style, just square as I could, but they're never, you know, the movie and everything looked just like a regular late model van, so I wanted to build something that looked like the cartoon version of it. So I tried to find the squarest car I could find to do it with. Some of them, there's, you know, when the studio's done with them, there's a guy that's what his job is to get rid of stuff, you know. And a lot of times that he's getting rid of stuff a year before you ever see the movie because they just can't keep everything. They made a mistake of selling stuff they knew they shouldn't have sold now, but he just like says, hey, you interested in this? And he even don't know a lot about what it done, you know, or how much it was used. Sometimes he's got an idea, but sometimes you're taking a risk on how much a vehicle was used in the show when you buy something, you know. And it's you want it or you don't want it. It's no really kicking the tire or whatever, you know. But and then some things I try to find them, the older stuff, search them out, you know, since internet helped out a lot when it come about, finding stuff that's been hid for years. And then some of the things I bought from other museums. The hardest is probably the Batmobile. Was probably the hardest thing because it, you know, it was every piece of it had the body come from California to the guy that made stuff for movies. It's identical. I mean, well, he made the ones where it come from was the guy that made the bodies for the car, and he pulled the mold, and that's where that car come from. But it was just a piece of fiberglass, and every piece had to be made and it's fully operational. Most of them, you'll go in these museums and it's just a shell. You know, a lot of the bigger museums, if you actually looked underneath, there's nothing. It's just for a prop for display, but that one actually does everything you want to do. Most that they're even here in Jackson, Tennessee is probably the biggest surprise. You know, they're thinking, I've had people walk in thinking their Hot Wheels cars are in here, you know, and I was like, no, it's real cars, you know. And a lot of the younger people, you know, there's a lot of stuff in here for the younger people too, as far as action movies and cartoon style movie stuff, you know. The younger crowd likes Fast and Furious and likes Death Race and Death Proof and Batman and stuff like that, so there's a lot of things in here for them. Probably the most favorite car now, I'd say the Fast and Furious Eclipse is probably, you know, you got every kind of person. They either got their favorite like Batman or Mr. Machine. You know, kids, a lot of them like the Mr. Machine or Lightning McQueen, but overall, probably that green Eclipse is, since Paul Walker got killed especially, you know, I've had every kind of person ask if that car is for sale. I just don't want to get rid of it. But as far as worldwide, cause Fast and Furious is huge in other countries too, you know, and it's probably, now I let people sit in certain stuff and get pictures, and that's probably, that and the Barbie Corvette is probably the most pictures taken of it. Over half of them are original. The Mustang, the Death Race Mustang, the Nova from Death Proof, the motorcycle, Herbie, both the Fast and Furious cars in here, the Back to the Future stuff, some of it's original. There's a jet bike on top of the bathroom, it's original. Waynesboro, Hardcastle McCormick, Norbit, Blankman, in this room, and then there's several other cars in the other building that's original too. There's more. If it's pretty, I'll drive something out front, park it out front. And we're trying to add to some of the stuff here, so it'll hopefully a few more soon. And that's a lot of them, that's $5, and it's not every car in here, but a lot of the cars in here you can sit inside of and get your picture made. And at Christmas, we're planning on setting the Cousin Eddie camper up outside, and you can get you a Christmas picture made. I'm at 323 Hollywood Drive in Jackson. We're open from 9 to 5, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We asked you if you're gonna come, try to be here by 4, so you have plenty of time to look and check everything out. We're at exit 7 if you're coming down I-40, exit 79. Go towards town, 3 miles on your right. That's all. I mean, it's easy if you're coming off the interstate to get to us.
Achana,
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Who you gonna call?
Rusty!